Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Gamer Couple. My name's Sam, and as always, I'll be joined by Aidan for today's video. Today we're going to be showing you guys 3 mistakes you're making in game and how to fix them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Now real quick, we wanted to give a huge thank you to ProGuides for partnering up with us on this video. As you guys know, we don't take many sponsorships on the channel unless we really believe in what the company does. ProGuides is an amazing website that has insane tips and courses to improve super fast in Fortnite. They have multiple pro players covering tons of techniques for literally anything that you guys are struggling with. If you have questions after a video, they even have players ready to answer them. ProGuides is an amazing way to improve quickly, and we highly recommend that you guys check them out. A link to their website will be in the description below. Coming in at number 3, we have 2 mistakes you're making while building. The first is being what's called an ego builder. This is a term that we learned from Hamlins, and it's when someone is so obsessed with their building skills that they never stop trying to retake the high ground. This causes them to burn through tons of materials, all because they're too proud to admit when they got outbuilt. Typically in Fortnite, when 2 great players get into a build fight, the person who gets high ground first can usually keep it. We're not saying to stop trying to retake the high ground, but we are saying that if you can't retake it after a couple attempts, try and get creative and bring your opponent down to you. You can do this by turtling up, breaking down the builds, or pretending to break the builds to bait out your opponent. If you can find clever ways to bring your opponent back down to an even playing field, you can basically reset the fight and then gain the advantage. The other mistake that a lot of people make while building is not shooting during the build fight. If you're someone who is solely focused on outbuilding the enemy, you're going to waste way more materials, and the fight is going to take way longer, resulting in more third parties. Instead, always look for some quick shots inside of the build fight. If you can even poke the enemy a few times with some shotgun shots, you're going to gain a major advantage inside of the fight. Overall, don't be too obsessed with retaking high ground. Get comfortable with baiting your opponent back down to you, and always take shots when you see an opening. If you start doing this, you'll find yourself winning way more 1v1s.
Coming in at number 2, we have making bad decisions because you're a good player. Now we know this sounds confusing, but this is actually the reason why so many amazing players die. Once you get really confident in Fortnite, you'll find yourself going for crazy edits, peeking when you shouldn't, and overall just making really risky plays. Although some of these crazy plays end up working really well, they can also be punished by another really good player. Examples of this are breaking into people's builds with the deagle, going for an edit play when you don't need to, or peeking another player in a sniper fight for no reason. We're not saying to stop doing these things, but we are saying to identify the situation before going for a crazy play. If you try to peek another really good player to sniper fight, they have the same chance of hitting you as you do hitting them. If you break into a good player's build with a deagle, they could easily hit you with a trap or shotgun before you can do the same. Becoming a good player and making these risky plays can help you improve super fast. But if you find yourself dying often because of them, take the time and watch back the engagement in replay mode. Find out what you did wrong or what you could have done differently. Making yourself aware of a bad decision will help you in not repeating that same decision in the future.
Finally, coming in at number 1, we have a couple of little mistakes that you can easily improve on to win more fights. The first is not taking unnecessary damage. Whenever we get full shields, we instantly feel super confident. This can lead to playing sloppy or overcommitting to a fight. Even if you win that fight, not having shield at the end of it can put you at a major disadvantage for the rest of the game. So instead, go for clean plays and minimize taking damage as much as you can. This will help you keep up your shields and can lead to winning more fights later on in the match. Next up, we have knowing when to disengage. Too many players overcommit to fights and don't know when to disengage. If you get really hurt during a fight, don't be afraid to turtle and then pop some minis. This also applies with your mobility items as well. It's better to use your launch pad to disengage than to not use it and end up dying. We can't tell you how many times we've disengaged when everything went wrong and then went on to win the game at a later point. Sometimes a quick mental reset is the best way to bounce back from a close fight.
Anyway guys, it's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to never miss a Fortnite video or live stream. If you want to stay up to date with us, our Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and Twitch are in the description. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.